I'm a baby killer.
We're gonna lie and say, "Oh, I raped someone." No, that's not a joke.
Yes, that's a joke.
Joke. That's not a joke. When you talk about rape, that's not a joke. I'm Palestinian. I'm
Yeah.
Palestinian. Yeah, I mean, that's the idea of soldier.
Sure.
What's up, man?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm tired, but war is tough.
Where are you? Are you in the IDF?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So why is the IDF killing women and children?
All the hell. We are not killing women and children intentionally.
Or how? I mean, I'm going based on what we see in the news. Like, I'm not just.
Yeah, so in the news we're presented as the bad guys, but it's not the reality.
What about last night? There was a school that was bombed or struck by Israel. I think there was about 81 people that were killed. They were burned alive. What do you? What was that? I think it's
Listen.
called Jarjawi School, or I think, or something.
The IDF do everything in its powers to prevent civilian casualties. We only try to hit Hamas terrorists. Now, Gaza is really tight place, okay? Really tight. There is Palestinian civilians and terrorists living in the same areas. And the IDF do everything in his powers to prevent civilians casualties. He put down from the air pamphlets, like flyers that you see, that they can read, that says, listen, get out of here, we're going to bomb this place. We're giving out flyers, you know. We shoot small rockets on the roof, it's called roof knocking, to warn the people inside to run away. We don't want to shoot civilians, we don't want to kill civilians. But it's a war. And you look like a grown man who understands life. You know what a war is. A war is the harsh reality of war. There is civilian casualties. It's like that. It's not intentional. That's the difference. When Hamas shooting civilians, they're shooting everything they can. They want to kill us all. We want to kill only Hamas terrorists. And after
Right.
we're done with Hamas,
But you see the international committees like Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, United Nations, Red Cross, Doctors Without Borders, they said that what Israel's doing constitutes to a genocide, because last night there was children burnt alive. Children burnt alive. Like you as an IDF soldier, you look like a good guy, but you as an IDF soldier, how do you, like, when you know there's children dying, how do you sleep at night, man, knowing there's children burned alive?
Where were you on October 7th that the Arabs, the Hamas terrorists, did exactly the same things to us? The Red Cross didn't say anything.
Okay, people, now they condemned it. They condemned it.
But no, when Palestinians
No. Listen. I'm in Miami, Florida. I'm just telling you, when Hamas, they attack October 7th, international committees condemned it. They said they were criminals, according to international committees. But now you said that Hamas did it. Why can't we do it? So you're just, if Hamas is a terrorist, you're a bigger terrorist.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you said Hamas did it on October 7th, and we doing the same. So you're pretty much doing the same as Hamas did on October 7th.
No. Listen, you have power in your words. You need to be careful because you said very wrong stuff. On October 7th, Hamas butchered civilians, innocent babies burned alive, women, right? 16-year-old girls, they raped them to death, okay? The IDF doesn't touch any women. The IDF kills Hamas terrorists. They don't.
What about the women and children?
The women.
There's a girl named Hind Rajab. She was shot in her car 355 times. There was no Hamas members there.
Well, that is a lie. I can tell you more. That's a lie.
That's international committees, man.
I know, but the international committees are really, really one-sided. They don't know what's happening here. Okay, you can believe me or them, your choice. I just telling you with honest truth. I'm looking in your eyes. We are trying to kill Hamas. In a war, there is civilians casualties. It's
Let me
sad.
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Now, if you want to kill Hamas, why would you destroy 300,000 buildings? Did you see Gaza?
yeah.
Gaza, it's leveled.
I've been to
Gaza, it's leveled. No war in the world, no war in the world levels an entire city to kill a group that only makes 1.2% of the population.
What
Would you
about
like people to come
what about Dresden?
destroy Israel only for
What
the
about
IDF?
what about
Who?
Dresden? Dresden, the German city in World War II. The British Army bombed Dresden, leveled Dresden, killed thousands, tens of thousands of civilian German civilians, and nobody say anything because they were fighting the Nazis. It was hard, it was said, but this is the harsh reality of war. When there is enemies inside the city and they are hiding in the city, inside tunnels, underground, beneath schools, beneath people with, beneath civilians, the IDF can't bomb because
when
if
you
they bomb,
when
then
you bomb a school knowing that there's civilians in there, even if Hamas uses the civilians as human shield and you kill the civilian and Hamas, then you're the Nazi.
yeah.
Then you're doing what the Nazis are doing, man. I'm telling you because it's bad for you, us here in America. First, we were supporting Israel, 85% supporting Israel. But after what we've seen, we're like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? This is crazy.
So
It's
so
not
what?
good for you.
Give me an answer. Give me an answer. Give me an answer. Don't compare us to the Nazis. The Nazis took us to camps and burned us alive. It doesn't. It doesn't. It wasn't a war. It was
I'm not, listen, I'm not going to
This is
compare
a war. Okay?
atrocities
This
to
is
another
a war.
atrocity.
This is a war. If we won't kill Hamas terrorists, they gonna kill us. This is a war. The Hamas terrorists know that we are moral army and we don't want to kill civilians, so they intentionally use the civilians as human shields because they don't care about civilians. And instead of condemning Hamas and screaming about Hamas and protesting in the streets against Hamas, they're protesting against Israel. They're doing anything in their forces to not kill civilians. But this is reality. It's a really tight city, close buildings. Civilians will die. This is the harsh reality of
Let
war.
me,
If we
let,
will not destroy the Hamas in that school, the Hamas in that school gonna kill us. So you give me an answer. What we
okay,
should
let me tell you, me as here in America, you have, first of all, you have UK, France, Canada, Japan, China, even Trump, America here. We told Israel to stop the war, end the genocide, or we're going to abandon you. What are you going to do then?
Trump didn't say that.
Yes, he did. He said that in a speech, man. Okay, tell me, let me ask you a question. Why did Trump?
He didn't call it a genocide.
No. He said end the war. He said end the war. That's exactly what he said. He said end the war.
If we will end the war, the October 7th going to return itself again and again and again. If we will not stop Hamas,
That's not an excuse.
again and again and
That's not
again.
an excuse. Let me tell you why. What's your name?
Alfie.
Alfie. Alfie, let me tell you something. Right now, what happened on October 7th? How many civilians or people did Hamas kill? 1,200 or 1,300, I think. 1,200, 1,300, I think it was. Right?
1,200.
1,400. When people, let's say history starts October 7th, Hamas killed 1,400 people. IDF killed over 60,000 people. Lancet report says that there's at least 200,000 people under the rubble, all women and children. Your Israeli officials are telling the IDF to kill the women that are pregnant and kill the children because those are the next resistance.
That's
Yes, your Rabbi IDF chief said it in TV, in the Knesset. He said it. You see what I'm saying?
First of all, that's a lie. Second of all,
No, he said it in a speech, bro. I'm not lying. He said it in a speech.
the fact that he said, I don't know, okay, I don't know, so I won't argue. But the fact that he said it doesn't mean it's happening because it's not happening. IDF doesn't kill pregnant women. IDF doesn't allowed to shoot. If I will shoot a pregnant Palestinian woman, I will go to jail to the rest of my life as an Israeli soldier.
Today,
IDF
today,
doesn't allowed. All right. Now listen.
today we saw a
Did you
video.
give me an answer? Did
Okay, what answer?
Hamas did let's say history started on October 7th, okay? Hamas did what they did on October 7th. What do you expect us to do? To sit foot on foot doesn't do anything because maybe civilians will die? They started it. They know the consequences. Every action got a reaction. They slaughtered us, they raped us, they burned us, and we are in Gaza killing Hamas terrorists. In wars, civilian casualties happened, but we are not intentionally trying to kill civilians. We're just trying to kill the terrorists, okay?
Okay.
Civilians don't work.
How could you kill the terrorist?
Don't play me a fool. If the October
No, no,
7th
no, no. Let me tell you something.
will happen in Miami
No.
or San Francisco, the United States doesn't give a shit. They would bomb Gaza, killed everyone, doesn't leave
Okay,
any soul
okay,
alive.
okay.
So don't play
But
me stupid.
no. Let me tell you something. If you are targeting Hamas, right? You're not targeting civilians. Why are you striking them from the air? 20,000 feet in the air, you're striking Hamas. How are you going to target? How are you going to target Hamas if you leveled the entirety of Gaza? You leveled it.
I will answer. First of all, we have the best technology in the world of shooting in a missile in exactly where we want it to hit. It can go down and then into a room, down the stairs, and hit exactly the terrorist that we want to hit. We did it many times before.
Gaza's gone. Gaza's gone.
That's the first thing. That's the first thing.
What precise are you talking about?
I said
No, like when you see a building gone, everything, the whole city is gone.
Let me talk.
Okay, go ahead. Answer. Go ahead.
Precise missiles that we use to kill exactly a civilian. Okay. Before we wreck a building in Gaza, I were in Gaza. I did it. I saw how it went. In Gaza, before you wreck a building, you make sure, like 10 times, there's not a soul alive in the building. You get everyone out. Because if there was one alive, the commander that did it got to jail. Now, we leveled Gaza. Why we leveled Gaza? Why? Because Gaza is a city, okay? It's an urban warfare. It's really hard to fight in urban warfare, especially when the Hamas terrorists dig so many tunnels inside the ground.
Okay.
I fought in Gaza. Hamas terrorists doesn't walk in the street with rifle and clearing houses. Hamas terrorists pick up from underground, shooting an RPG, and then returning to the ground. They're scared.
Let me ask you.
Go ahead. We have to leveled buildings. We don't kill civilians. We don't bury civilians alive. We leveled Gaza, so we have more comfortable fighting. This is a war. We want to win.
Let me go back to point one. You made a first point when you said that you send the Gazans pamphlets, like you send them bulletins, pamphlets, like messages that you're about to bomb the building.
Yeah.
If you are targeting Hamas and you send them bulletins, don't you think that Hamas would know that you sent them bulletins and they're gonna run with the civilians? And do you even know that your hostages are with Hamas? So you're not even locating your hostages. That means you don't care about your hostages.
Wow.
You have to think about it, man. Come on.
You know, we don't. You're right. We don't thought about it. You're right. The Hamas terrorists can read the pamphlets and run away. You're right.
No, you see?
You need to command the army.
Come on.
Are you nuts? Of course we know it. But we are so moral. We don't want to kill any civilians.
No. That's not an excuse. Because how are you targeting Hamas and claiming? Okay, you're targeting Hamas. No problem. Kill them all. No problem. Okay. But you cannot send a pamphlet, let people know that you're about to bomb them because Hamas is going to leave. So what's the point of bombing a building knowing that Hamas is going to leave?
I will tell you the point.
And what about your hostages? If let's say if I am Hamas and I'm holding your hostages, you're going to kill your hostage too?
Let me answer.
Go ahead.
We are so moral that we are beginning to be stupid. We don't care
Sure.
if Hamas terrorists will read the pamphlets. We don't want to kill civilians, so we are even taking in conclusion that Hamas will read the pamphlets and run away, just because we don't want to kill any civilian. It's happened many times before. We know that Hamas terrorists can read it. We are
You
not
have almost 200,000 civilians under the rubble. What do you mean you don't want to target civilians? You have 200 under the rubble, man. Come on.
who said?
I'm talking to you like me and you like men. We're talking like men.
Yeah, who said the numbers? Who set the numbers? Who said
The
the
Lancet,
numbers?
the Lancet. No. Let me tell you, just so I can be honest with you. As I can be honest with you, there's 54,000 civilians or Gazans that were killed. Now, according to Lancet report, that's the ones they counted. It's the 54 bodies they counted.
How many? How many?
54,000.
Right.
54,000. But let me tell you why I said 200. Let me tell you why I said 200. Because the Lancet report, you know what the Lancet report is? Is they predict that under the rubble, the buildings that are destroyed, there's at least another 200,000. Now, are we 100% sure? No. We don't know. But what we know of, the numbers, is 54,000.
I want to answer you.
Go ahead.
I'm dead serious right now, okay? You can believe me, or you can believe what you read on the news. Let's be real for a second, all right? If I want to give you an example, okay? The war between Ukraine and Russia, okay? Russia bombs civilians in Ukraine, okay?
Mhm.
Now, let's say a Russian rocket hits a house in Ukraine, and Ukraine, they want the world to hate Russia because they want support from the world. So maybe the Ukrainians look inside the house and see 10 civilians killed from the Russian rocket, and they will, when the reporters and the news want to know how many civilians they were killed, they will double the number. They will say in that house that the Russian shoot at, there were 100 civilians, because they want because they can say that because it's happened on their ground, so they can say that it's more than what it's really were.
You know the world hates Russia, right? You know the world hates Russia.
I know, but the world hates us. The world hates Israel.
Let me.
The world believes. Listen.
How many children did Putin kill in 3.5 years? How many children did he kill?
Mid-sentence. You want to me mid-sentence?
Okay, no, go ahead.
The world hates us. The world listen anything the Palestinian Authority said. Now the Palestinian Authority is dictatorship by Hamas. Hamas want to the people of the world to hate Israel because they want support. The protest help Hamas because it's people want us to lose and them to win. It's support. So Hamas tell the Palestinian Authority to say that the number of the civilians is much higher than it really was. Even if Israeli will say otherwise, no one will believe it because they will believe the Palestinian Authority.
Hamas and the Palestinian Authority, they hate each other. You know what they did 2007? They killed each other. After they hate each other.
Control Gaza. Hamas control anything that happened in Gaza. Every word that's sent from Gaza to the other side of the world, like America, Hamas control it. Hamas control with strong hand and guns. They control the Palestinian Authority. They are the most powerful organization in Gaza. They control everything. Okay. Now listen. For the second point, your second point, you said that 50,000 or so were killed. We don't know exactly because there is still a lot of them buried under the rubble. Who said that? The Palestinian Authority said that. Now they didn't lie.
The Lancet report. That's an international. That's an international committee that has nothing to do with Hamas.
It doesn't care. The UN doesn't care about Hamas.
Not the UN. It's a Lancet report. Is the Amnesty International a credible?
But they get their information from the Palestinian Authority because they can't get into Gaza. They can't.
Why don't you let them into Gaza?
It's a close.
Because Hamas said the international committees come and see what's happening in Gaza, and Israel is blocking them. Why is Israel blocking them? Tell me why.
Because it's a fucking war zone. They're gonna get hit.
Every war zone, there's an international committee investigating. In Russia, they're investigating. In Lebanon, when you guys hit it, they were investigating. No problem, because this is their job. But why do you guys block them?
After we left, they come in and
come on, man. Why do you guys block them?
listen.
Like right now, if I want to believe you, I want to. You said Ali. Your name is Avi or Ali.
Ali, Ali,
Okay,
yes.
you said right now. If I want to believe you, if I
Listen.
make a report, hold on. Let me just make it.
No,
Let me just say
the
something.
lie.
Let me just make this point, and then I'm gonna let you speak. I'm gonna
Okay.
let you speak. If I go to the police station right now, and I make a report that my house, somebody stole my house, and they took 6 sofas, 6 couches from my house, the police is gonna write the report. They say, okay, this is Doctor Facts. They took 6 couches from him. So now they have to come to my house and investigate and see if did they really take 6 couches. If I don't open the door, it's a claim, unfolded evidence. There is no evidence. There's no evidence that it happened. It's only a claim. So everything you guys are saying is a claim. So you need to let a third party to investigate so they can say you are saying the truth. But so far, people are thinking that Israel's lying because you're the one blocking a third party to investigate, not the Palestinians.
First of all, people, you mean people out of Israel, out of Gaza, they don't know anything. They get all of the information from the news, and the news are lying because the news are one-sided to Palestinians. Now listen. The people that brought the numbers of the casualties to the outside world, taking the information from the Palestinian authorities. But the Palestinian authorities didn't lie about the numbers. It's true. 50,000 or so are killed. Now, the Palestinian Authority didn't lie about the numbers. They gave them the right numbers, but they did lie about one thing. It's not a lie, it's just they did give all the information, all right? It's not that 50,000 civilians died, 40,000 terrorists died, and not all of them we know because a lot of them buried. Terrorists, 40,000 terrorists. The others are casualties that died accidentally in war, and it's
Okay.
sad and it's bad and it's sad, and I hate this and the Israeli hate this, but this is the harsh reality of war. Casualties dies.
Okay.
Like
But
in the World War II in Dresden, when the
okay.
Brits bombed Dresden, they killed thousands of civilians, but nobody said anything because they were winning the war, the Nazis, and that's the reality of war that the West
Okay. But you
forgets
said
that in war
40,000 were
die
terrorists.
unexpectedly.
You said 40,000 were terrorists from the 54, right? So you have 20,000 children plus 16,000 women. That's 36,000 right there. And then you're left with about 18,000. Most of them are old men, and some men are not even part of Hamas. So how did you come up with the number 40,000 terrorists if there's 20,000 children and 16,000 women? How did you come up with that number? Hey, 36 right there.
First of all, I based to you that Hamas controlling the news that come out of Gaza. So they are saying that there is children and women that the IDF killed. It doesn't true. The Hamas kills a lot of civilians in Gaza also. There is parts of Palestinians groups in Gaza that fights and try to fight Hamas because they sick of living under Hamas, and the Hamas killed them. There is a lot of videos in Telegram if you're interested. It's bad to watch, but execute mass
We watch it. We
executions,
watch it.
mass executions of Hamas terrorists, tidying up civilians in Gaza and shooting them in the head, because all of those reasons I don't know, but they do it. There's a lot of death.
Munition experts said the bullets in the kids' heads. You know, ammunition experts. They said when they saw, they took the X-ray of the kids. Ammunition experts said unless USA is supplying Hamas with weapons, it means that Hamas is using USA weapons. Hamas is not using USA weapons. You're using USA weapons. Because ammunition experts say that this is your weapons, not Hamas's weapons. That's what ammunition, not me. I'm not an expert. I'm telling you what they say.
My guy, you know how many guns Hamas have? They get from Egypt underground, and they get a lot of money to buy, and they steal a lot of weapons from soldiers. In October 7th, most of the terrorists had M16 and M4s made by the USA that they stole or buy in the black market. They have US weapons, okay? Second of all, you think the M16, it's like they have so many guns. Experts said that the ammunition that hit them, it's a 5.56.
It's a
We have so many
sniper.
5.56
They said it's a sniper. It's a sniper bullet. They said it's a sniper bullet. It's not an M16 bullet. I read the report. Me, I'm not an expert. I don't even know. But they said this is a sniper,
they have sniper
a sniper
rifles
bullet.
also. They have sniper rifles also. Listen,
Come
they
on, man. You're gonna tell me that Hamas is killing their own civilians, like children?
yes,
Children.
yes,
2 years
exactly.
old. They're gonna kill 2 years
Are you
old.
crazy? You didn't see the videos from October 7th, what they did to
I
children?
saw the
They are
videos. I saw the
monsters.
videos.
They are monsters. Hamas are monsters. They don't care
Do
about
you
their
see?
own
Do you see how
civilians.
many videos? How many videos IDF upload and say today we killed 15 kids. Today we killed this. Tomorrow we're gonna kill this. I have to wash my clothes from baby blood. That's what they say. You know who exposed Israel?
It's a
Your
lie.
own soldiers. Your soldiers exposed Israel, man. Your
It's a
soldiers
lie.
exposed Israel.
It's a lie. We don't. We the IDF never upload a
What about
video.
the soldiers after they kill and rape the women? They wear their lingerie. They even took pictures on TikTok for it. They took it. I'm telling you. I'm not even lying to you. What do you say about that?
Soldiers doesn't. No soldiers ever raped an Arabian woman ever. It
They,
is
they
not
did.
happened.
They did actually rape them, kill them, and put on their lingerie.
It's a lie. It's a lie.
I mean, that's what they said. Are you telling me they're lying too? Who's you think you or me are gonna come and say we're gonna lie and say, oh, I raped someone? No, that's not a joke.
Yes, that's a joke. You don't know Israeli
No.
humor. It's very dark humor.
No, that's not a joke. That's not a joke. When you talk about
I
rape,
will
that's not a
try.
joke.
I will try to explain to you the joke. Alright. First of all, the mindset of Israelis and Americans is really different. We are living war. You are not. So we have a different kind of humor. But when all of the world saying that you are a baby killer while you are not, you will somewhere or the other will try to joke on it. Yeah, I'm a baby killer. It's a joke. You saw that and you take it seriously and you thought it true. It's not true. Those are lies. I'm not talking you about lies. I'm talking you about
I
facts.
know, I know
Some
Middle
of the
Eastern.
things
I know
that-
Middle Eastern humor. I know Middle Eastern humor. I know the humor in the Middle East. I'm not telling you I don't know. Me myself, I'm Palestinian. I'm
Yeah.
Palestinian. Yeah, me myself, I'm Palestinian. You understand what I'm saying? But I live in America. But when, huh?
We live in America, so you're not a Palestinian. You're an American.
No, I'm
You are
still
an Arab
Palestinian.
American.
I'm still
No,
Palestinian.
you don't have the right to speak about it because you're not there.
Why?
I'm there. I were in Gaza.
Why?
I lived.
All my
of
businesses
life-
are in the West Bank. All my businesses are in the West Bank. What do you mean I don't have a right?
all of my life, I hid a little kid. I'm a little boy hiding in a shelter where Hamas bombing civilians all of my life.
But what gives you the right? What gives you the right to tell me I don't have the right to talk about Palestine when it's my country?
I were in Gaza. I saw soldiers. I and my friends.
It's not the people. It's your government that's making people hate you. You heard about what happened in the capital, Washington. The couple that died, that worked for the Israeli embassy in Washington. You heard about it, right? That guy that killed him. He killed him. I think he's Spanish. He's at Free Palestine, and he killed. Why would I want my child over here to go and hate your child and kill each other? Why?
I'm not. I don't hate you. Listen. There is a problem, okay? You said it in the. You always scream it from the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. Now, there is Palestinians in Gaza that want peace. All of the Jews in Israel want peace. There is one group that doesn't want peace. That's Hamas. They want to kill all the Jews. They want to take all the land. Okay? Occupation.
Does the Likud want peace? Likud.
Occupation. It's not only in Judea and Samaria. It's also in Tel Aviv. In their mind of the Hamas terrorists. Okay? Now they want to kill us all. What should we do? Don't defend ourselves. But when you defend yourself, oh no, you are doing war crimes. We're not doing your war crimes. We're fighting to defend our country.
Avi. So you are worried about from the river to the sea, Palestine will be free. But you know that term, the Palestinians took it from the Likud party in 1974, when the Likud party said from the river to the sea, this will all be Israel for a Jewish state only. So they took that term from you. So what I'm trying to say is, you want to kill them, they want to kill you.
We don't
You
want
want to kill them, they.
We don't
No, no,
want
but
to
you
kill
are,
them.
yeah,
We want to
Avi,
kill the
Avi, you are
terrorists.
killing them. Yeah, Avi, you're killing them all. You're killing the women and children,
We
not
want to kill
you.
them.
But I'm saying, I'm telling you for real.
Whatever you say, you're not listening to me. We are not want
Listen,
to
okay,
kill
go ahead. Go. I'm gonna listen to you. Go
Palestinians.
ahead.
We want to kill Hamas because Hamas want to kill us. We don't want to kill terrorists. I have Arabs friends. There is a lot of Israeli Arabs living in Israel peacefully, and they like to live in Israel peacefully. We don't want to kill Israel. This is a Jewish state, but there is Arabs, there is Chinese, there is Japanese, there is people from Thailand, there is Christian, there is Muslims. We don't want. There is Druze, there is everyone. It's a Jewish state by the Hebrew is the national
Is
language.
there is there Hamas in West Bank?
What?
There's no Hamas in West Bank. Come
There's
on, I'm from
Hamas.
West Bank. I'm telling you, West Banks don't like Hamas.
What are you
Again,
talking
Jenin,
about?
Nablus, or Tulkarm, come on, there's no Hamas there.
Are you crazy?
There's
Of course there's
resistance
Hamas.
fighters, but there's no Hamas there.
Resistance. Another name for a terrorist organization in Judea and Samaria. And there's a lot of Hamas in Judea and Samaria. I will tell you why it's a terrorist and not a resistance. Because a resistance targeting soldiers. Okay? Terrorists targeted everyone. Because 2 weeks ago, a terrorist from Judea and Samaria, from Hamas, went up to the road and shoot and killed a woman that was on her way to the
That
hospital
was
to have a
you
baby.
guys. Even in the news, it said that it was crossfire that initiated the illegal settlers. You know? Exactly. Run. Run. Run, you bunch of baby killers. Wallah, you bunch of baby killers.